Hi there, welcome back. Today will probably be a rather long video because I have a lot of stuff here and I want to go through it all. So a couple weeks ago, has it been a couple weeks already? Yeah, I guess it was. My new pen friend Diana came to town. Her family lives near me, so she was visiting family and came, and we hung out for several days. So we had a lot of fun just playing with inks and doing some resin things. We did a lot. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that and go through everything that she brought me and tell you a little bit about it all. So I'm so excited. So I do have some inks to swatch too. We swapped inks and she brought me a whole bunch. So that's probably what's going to take the majority of the time, but I will try to get through it as quickly as possible. I don't want this to be super, super long, but I do want to go through everything because it all means so much to me. She was so thoughtful. So we'll just kind of start and go through everything, and I'll move stuff out of the way as we go, and anything I need to spend more time on, I'll take and probably like wait on those until the last, like the ink and stuff. So she brought me some papers that she had cut down so I can try. This is, I think this was the like watercolor paper. If I'm wrong, she can correct it down in the, but I feel like it was some paper that she'd had for watercolor things, and she brought me a few sheets of that, and then a card with just a lot of little goodies in it. There's a bunch of little stickers and then some washi tape, and I love these like ephemera. They are so pretty. So there's a lot of little, let me see if I can get these little bitty stickers. They're so pretty. I hope I'm like staying in camera. My camera is a little different. I do have a new light, so hopefully things might look a little brighter and better. I might have to adjust settings though. But these are just beautiful. I love the book stack. Oh, there we go. I love these stickers. And I hope I have everything pulled back out. I have been using quite a bit of it because, like I said, it's been a couple of weeks. But I tried to keep all the things pulled out so I could just go through them and share them all. So hopefully I'm not missing anything. Oh, I know what yep, I am actually. I put my froggies. She brought me a ton of little bitty, they're so cute. They're little tiny froggies. I had them sitting on my little shelf behind me. Okay, so then she picked up these stickers. There's a shop near me. Sorry, trying to make sure there's no glare. There's a shop near me that has some different stationery stuff, and she had went down there and picked up a couple of things of stickers for me, and these are sticky. I did not know they carried sticky brand stickers. I was super excited to find out that, but look how pretty these are. I love them. So cute. Okay, so these she made for me. These are earrings. She does jewelry. She does leather working. She's starting to make things for pens. We did some resin pours, so that was really fun. But these, I love these. They are so pretty. So she made these for me. And then I bought a pair off of her for my aunt. My aunt loves like neutrals, and I used to make her earrings all the time. And now that I can't really make them because of my tendinitis, I thought she would absolutely love these. So I bought these to give to my aunt. So now I'm gonna have to get with her so I can give them to her. I've been waiting so I could film this video. All right. I want to talk a little more about the notebooks, so I'm going to hold off on those and just kind of share the rest of the stuff. So she brought me these washies. They are huge, but they're like, you know, the slick back, and you just peel them off. But they're so pretty. Now, I'm not sure where she got these. Maybe, did she say, journal say, or some of them may have been. I can't remember. But they're such pretty washies. And I hate to unwrap these, but I do want to show them. The rubber band broke on that other one, so. These are so pretty. And they're like a little bit textured. Look how pretty. I love these. I don't use a lot of washi anymore, but I thought these would be fun to do just on my like journal pages, just to take up a little bit of room. So she brought me several of these. Nope. Can't get the rubber band untwisted. There we go. Oh, I love that one. So pretty. So these are like the PET tapes. They're clear on the back, but they don't have like individual stickers. They have landscapes on all of them, I believe. Oh, this one might be. I forget. She showed them to me before she brought them. I can't. Oh, that one is. I love that one. That one is so pretty. I love the colors, the purples and pinks. And then I feel like this might have been my favorite when she was showing them to me. But I don't know. I really like that one I just showed you. But I love wintry, snowy. Ooh, they're so pretty. So these are different. So you have like different scenes. This is like real thin, washi, instead of like the thicker PET. So pretty. I really like that. That'd be really pretty on the front of a, to decorate the front of a notebook. Which I have not done on my Hobonichi yet, so maybe I will do that. Okay, and then this is the last of the tapes. Oh, I like that one too. Oh, look at the little house. I really like that one. These are beautiful. So pretty. I love these. Those will be fun to use. All right, next up, so she brought me a few tools. So she brought me a new spoon with a little bulb on the end of it. I've been using this and it really does better. So I'm gonna link these in my shop instead, or in my Amazon thing, whatever, my favorites. I'll change it to these because I actually do like the bulb on the bottom better. It holds more ink And it's a little bit longer than the one that I had, but I really like this. So, and I think you can get 2 in a pack or 4 in a pack. I can't remember. So, love. So she brought me that, and then she brought me this little metal thing, condiment cup, I think is what they are, but to use for swatching too. And so I was like, oh, that's so cool. I've not thought about that, but she uses this for like doing the circle swatching. So she brought me one of those as well. I'm super excited about that. She made me a couple of things out of clay. So a pen rest and a vial holder. And this vial holder is a cute little kitty. And let's see, I've got a whole bunch of vials here. But she pressed it down in. So when you put your vial in, it stays snug in there. So you don't have to worry about it, you know, coming back out since it's a little shorter. But yeah, it stays in there really well. So I thought that was so cool. So she made this, and she made this one as well out of the same clay. And Steven painted this one for me. Now I am gonna like finish it in either Mod Podge or resin or something. So cause it's still like tacky from the paint. I don't want to put my pens on it and have the paint transfer if I left them in it too long or something. So I'm gonna finish it, but he painted it. He airbrushes stuff, so I think it came out really good. I love the color of it, but aren't they so cute? I'll probably have him paint this. I just have to figure out how to seal the inside of this because I don't want to change like the thickness of this because I like how this just sets in there and I don't have to worry about it coming out. So yeah. So cute. Oh, I love it. She brought me so much stuff. I can't even like thank her enough for all this stuff. My little froggies. I have a little froggy family. She brought me the green ones. Like this is a really dark. Oh, he's a really dark green guy. And then the one blue one. Blue is her color. But I have all the green little froggies. I love them. They're so cute. So I have them setting over on my little washi drawer beside my desk. I want to put them back over so they don't get knocked off. Okay. This thing is so cool. I kind of want to do a separate video on it, so I'm probably not going to do it today because I don't know what ink I want to put in it, but she found this at that store as well. But I'd like to do like a little feature on that store because they sell a lot of stuff, and I have actually purchased a few things there myself. So, but this is a marker, and you fill it with fountain pen ink, and it's similar to the Tom Studio that you know, it sucks up the ink. And so it does take quite a bit. I can't remember if it was like 2 mils or something that she put in hers. I can't remember, and the writing is not in English, so I can't read it. But yeah, it's very similar to the Tom Studio things, but I want to choose an ink that I'll use in it, like for headers or whatever. It would be really nice for like those highlighter inks. I don't have any of those, but, and then it comes with a little baby pipette to fill it. So I want to do a full video on that, and like I said, feature that shop so you can order one. So I'll try to get that out pretty soon. I just got to figure out what ink I want to put in it. Okay, so we're down to, well, we made some things. This stuff we made, I bought the little molds and brought the UV resin and things in my light so we could make little pen rests, and I think this one turned out really good. It's so cute. So I have me a little kitty cat pen rest now that I can just use instead of using the other ones that I've been using. I have one of my own, and I may actually start making these and list them in my old Etsy shop. I don't know. I've been thinking about making some stuff and listing it, but I don't know if I'm going to. It's just, it was a thought because they're so cute. I love it. And then we made these together. They're little beads. So, oh, I don't know. Okay. So the resin is out of the cat that she made, and it was just a little bit left over. So we have matching beads to go on our planners. All right, so I'm going to talk about these notebook covers. So she made me this one a long time ago. Well, it really hasn't been that long ago, but it has been to me. I feel like I've had this forever and that she gave it to me, you know, forever ago, because I feel like I've known her for a long time. But so she made this one for me when we first met, and it has held up so nice. This is one of my favorite covers. I love this thing, and it just stays in my purse. And so I just kind of do whatever in this inky things or mess around and write. I do different things. So test pens, but I love this. And she's going to be making and selling notebooks. So she made me a few extra in different sizes for me to test for her. So this is an A6, and it holds my Hobonichi just notebook. She also made me an A6 that holds my Hobonichi the planner size. So this will actually fit the 5-year planner and the just regular A6. This one would fit in here, but it was kind of snug, so because of the thickness. So she made it a little wider and then put the pockets in so it can slide in the back instead of the strings. So all handmade. I love this leather. It's so cool. So I have that. And then she also made me an A5. This is just, it just has the strings in undyed leather. And it just houses my notebook that I transcribe stuff in. So that right now I'm currently transcribing the Neverending Story. And so I just use a different pen every day when I'm writing, and I love this. So yeah, this is to house my, I love this notebook as well. If you're looking for a good fountain pen friendly notebook, this one is great. I really enjoy it. It's got nice smooth paper. And then there's a minimal ghosting, but no bleed through. I've not had any issues with, you know, this is Diamond Rainbow's End in a medium nib, and I'm trying to think if I had something. Yeah, so this one is Ambrosia Indulgence by Ferris Wheel Press in a medium nib. And so see, you can see the ghosting, but it's not very dark, not very noticeable. So, but I really enjoy that notebook. You can get them on Amazon. Van Ness has them. I don't think Atlas does, but I know Van Ness and Amazon do. Alright, so next up is all of the inks. So I'm going to pull out my ink journal and put this stuff kind of away so I have space and I don't get ink all over everything. So we are going to swatch all of these samples that she brought me. So all of these in the front are from her, and these two are from her mom's stash. When I went over there, I tested some of her inks and picked up a couple of them. So we're going to swatch all of these. And then I also have some full bottles that, so she gifted me this one. We had discussed picking up, because you could at the time only get this from Nagasawa in Japan, I think. and it's beautiful. I absolutely adore this ink, and now I want 2 other ones that are only available there as well, or 3 other ones. So, but the shipping is so expensive. So I've been back and forth on whether or not I'm going to order those, but I love this one. And so she gifted me this bottle. I can't thank her enough for it. I'm so grateful. She didn't need to do that. But the other 3 I paid for, but she picked up for me. So these 2 were at local, or no, all 3 of these were at local shops. 2 of them not in my town, but the 3rd one was actually a shop in my town that we had talked about when she first came here the last time. So these 2, I love them. I mean, I love all 3 of them, but the Lamy is a little, we'll get there when we swatch it, but these 2 I really am enjoying. I love Peter Moss, and I couldn't believe that they had like a full bottle of it. I did have a little bit of an issue with the bottle, so I'll talk about that as well. I don't know if I want to, I guess I could start with the bottles to kind of get them out of the way since they're bigger. So let me pull them over here and move the, so we're just going to try to quick swatch these. One, so I can get through this video and it's not, you know, we're already at the 20-minute mark, and I have a feeling that it's going to take a while to get through the rest of these. So I just don't want it to be super long, but 2, I don't want my battery to run out. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of them on this page, so maybe let's skip. We'll do these 2 pages so I can do both sides of the paper. I think that'll work. And then let's hold that down, maybe. Like that. But that way I have like a full spread to put all of the inks. And so I'm going to use my little, I got this from Jet Pens. It's a stamp block. So I'm going to use this and my Kakamori nib on my River City Pen Co. holder. I am loving this combination. For whatever reason, it just gives me a better angle. I don't have as much issues with the Kakamori nib like I was having before. I do sometimes if it's a really dry ink, but honestly I haven't had a whole lot of issues, so super excited about that. So, and then we have just glass pipette. Okay, so I'm just going to, I hope this, maybe I should turn the brightness up a little bit. I don't want to wash everything out, but I feel like it's so dark over here on this side. I really want to get another light, but this light was it's ginormous and not cheap. So not something I can just buy another one, but maybe I can turn up it. It goes a lot brighter, but it also, make sure it's not making my camera warm. It also puts out a lot of heat and it hurts my eyes. It's super bright. So, okay. I guess we could zoom in just a little bit and I can kind of move the page around. Make sure I'm staying in frame. Okay, I think I have everything I need. So let's get started. We will start with the Lamy. This is Lamy Blackberry. I really like this, but the thing is these, the 2 that I have from Lamy, both sheen more than you can, I mean, like, you can't really see the ink color, and this one is the same way. And I'm just like, I just want a pretty ink that, I don't know, doesn't sheen on everything, you know. I mean, I just want to be able to see the ink sometimes. I am not making these too big. So I'll be able to get all of them on here. So this is Lamy, Blackberry. And I really like this one, and I really like the color that it sheens. But and it's not as bad as the dark lilac. The dark lilac, you just can't see anything, in my opinion. Like, once it dries, the sheen is just so bright that you just really can't see the actual ink. And I just don't like that. I mean, I want to be able to see the ink. And I guess we'll just have to see how this does with the lighting, because I really can't tell what you guys can see and what you can't. It looks so dark on this side, so I may have to adjust where that's at. Alright, so next up I have Ferris Wheel Press Steeped Umber. And this actually reminds me a lot of Tasha Cha. I like it a lot, but it's very similar. It's a little more brown, so I wasn't like too upset that I bought this, but I don't want to have a bunch of inks that are very similar, you know? But this one is more brown. I want to try to stagger them. That Lamy, I may have to go change out my water pretty quick. That Lamy is already like, it has already basically ruined my water. Okay, so this is Ferris Wheel Press Steeped Umber. I really like that one. It's such a nice brown. Yeah, I feel like it's very similar to Cha, but Cha has a lot more red in it. So I was okay with having that bottle. I think it's different enough, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so my Peter Moss, when I opened it, I think that it just sat close to a light, really, like a really hot light for a long time. I think it was sitting in that shop for a long time because, like, I'm pretty sure the silicone melted into the lid. I was concerned when I first opened it. It looked like it was molded and gross. So, but I cleaned up the top, and I've since messed around with the ink a lot. And it's very watery. It's not sludgy or anything like that. So I just think that it was, because the silicone cap in this one is black. And I had never, all of my other ones are clear. So I think it's because it's the larger size bottle. But yeah, I was so concerned that it was mold. But the ink itself looks fine. There aren't any, like, anything in. Doesn't seem to be, like, anything floating in the ink or anything like that. So. And I love this green. It is, like, one of my absolute favorites. Ferris Wheel Press. Peter Moss. And it's discontinued. Sadly, I'm sorry I'm showing you an ink that has been discontinued, but it is. I apologize for that. You might be able to find it. I've been looking, and I hadn't found it really anywhere. I saw it on Amazon once, but after that I hadn't seen it again, so. But I love that green. It is so pretty. And then last up for the bottles is my Kobe strawberry chocolate. I keep wanting to call it strawberry milk chocolate, but it's just strawberry chocolate. And I love this ink. It is so pretty. feel like I could go a little bigger with these swatches. Kobe inks are very strong. They have a very strong chemical smell, but they're so pretty. So I deal with it. Kobe. Strawberry. Chocolate. I love that one so much. And then I have a couple of samples of the ones that I'm going to potentially buy. I really want those. I'm going to pull those out and swatch those first so I can kind of have them together. But, all right, we're going to start with the samples now. So I have, where is it? I want to try to keep maybe the shimmers together. I think I have everything sorted now, so. All right, so next up is Sunset Cloud. Sunset Clouds. I'm not 100% positive on the name as it is in Japanese. On their site, it does say Matter Cloud and Sunset Clouds. So I'm not sure which one is the correct meaning for what this ink is, but it is such a pretty ink and I'm not willing to waste any of it. So hopefully nothing gets contaminated there, but I did just put the rest of that. I usually don't put the rest of like whatever's in my dropper. I usually don't put that back in, but I'm not willing to lose. I don't have much of it left. So if I don't buy it, I just really think it's such a pretty color. Sunset Clouds. Or something of that sort. It's a collaboration with the Writing Laboratory. And you can only get it from, as far as I know, you can only get it from the Nagasawa website. Now, Kobe Milk Chocolate, I know that Van Ness currently got in strawberry chocolate, but they don't have milk chocolate on their site. They have bitter chocolate. And it's just darker than this, which is fine. It's a beautiful color too. But I really want a bottle of the milk chocolate, and the only place I've seen that available is also on that site. With the Sunset Clouds, the Nagasawa site. So that one I may have to order because I really want both of those inks, but I just don't want to pay the shipping. It's pretty expensive. All right, I keep picking up my Kakamori before I do my little... I really like this color. I have the Sunset Cloud, Strawberry Chocolate, and Milk Chocolate all inked up. So you may have already seen these swatched in my currently inked. Kobe Milk Chocolate. So pretty. I am loving these colors. Alright, I'm going to move just a little bit. Alright, so the Sailor Okayama is from Diana's mother, her collection, and I've been wanting to try it. I saw Simone ink her pen that we have the same resin, the Black Cherry Diamond Cast resin, She inked hers up with this, and I've been wanting to try it ever since then because I think it's a really good match. But also since then, I have come in contact with another ink. Oops, my battery died. I wanted to get this swatched out, and then I have to plug it in. I didn't realize that my little thing that I plug it into was not actually plugged in itself. So give me just a second. I just didn't want that to dry as a spot. So give me a second. I do like the Sailor Okayama. What I was saying was that I have since found a different ink that I think I like better. And I'll grab it and swatch it like over here so you can kind of see. They're similar but different. Okayama. It's a beautiful ink. There's something about the other ink that I like a little bit better. So this is Warringal Henry Jekyll. And I really like the way this looks with my pen. With the diamond cast resin. I just think, I don't know. I think there's something about this ink that just gives me a little bit of something else that the Okayama doesn't. So I love them both, but for that pen, I think I'll probably like get a bottle of this and just make it maybe a permanent pairing. This is Warringal Henry. Is it YLL? Yeah. So they're very similar, but this one's a little more red, I think, and this one's a little more purple. So this is the pen, and I think it actually goes really well with both of them. I'm definitely thinking about picking up a bottle of that to go, the Henry Jekyll, to go with that pen for when I use it because I love that pen so much. Okay, so the next three are collaborations with ink dependents. So a couple different ink companies. So this one is Pannonia, and their collab with ink dependents. Toe Beans is the name of the ink. This is a really pretty like smoky blue. So this is Pannonia. Pannonia and ink dependents. And this one is Toe Beans. So it's drying a lot darker, more of a dark gray with a little bit of a blue. I really like that color. It's so pretty. In the writing, it does lean a little black, but you can see the shading. So maybe a finer nib, although a broad nib might work okay too. Just like to spread the ink out, maybe in the middle it would be shaded. This one looks very, I don't know, is it purple, brown? I can't really tell. So it does look kind of brownish, green maybe, pinkish. It's got a little bit of everything in there. Now I'm not sure how I'm gonna write this. So we're gonna do Diamine. With ink dependence. And this one is Trust a Bivalve. For whatever that word is hard for me to write. It just doesn't look right when I write it out. And I've misspelled it like 2 or 3 times already because I did swatch, I just don't remember, when we first met up, when Diana and I first met up, I did swatch all of these with her while we were together, but I just don't remember what all of them look like. And so, but I misspelled it then as well because, well, I'm bad at spelling anyway. But so yeah, it's drying sort of like taupey. It's a really pretty color. All right, next up is Don't Trust a Bivalve with Diamine and Ink Dependence. And it's looking very blue. So I think I'll do like an intermission and swap my water once we get through these. I have 4 more. I don't know that I'm going to swatch one of them. I'll tell you why, but ooh, that's a pretty blue. I mean, I guess I could swatch it. It really doesn't matter. It's just a black ink. So we were wondering about the difference in Carbon Black and Chukuru because I have Chukuru and she had Carbon Black. So we did a bit of a test to see like the difference. All right, so this is Diamine. And it is Don't Trust a Bivalve. I really like that. That's a really nice blue. All right, so this is Sailor Mano Curie. Looks very light. Next up is Sailor Mano Kaki. Oh, that's a very orangey. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the black since I have a little bit of space. But the next one is Sailor Mano Sumomo. Orange, maybe? So that one sort of went down like the Sunset Clouds by Kobe. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna dry because when it went down wet, it looked very similar to that. And then, yeah, we'll do Platinum, Carbon Black. Oh, there we go. Platinum, Carbon Black. Swatch first. In my opinion, and I don't have it to compare since my inks are put up and this was meant for another purpose, since I'm just swatching these, maybe I'll do a comparison one day, But in my opinion, I like, oh, you can't even see the swatch down here at the bottom. So it's platinum. Chukuru is my preferred. This one's nice, but I prefer Chukuru. But considering the price, I would probably buy Carbon Black if I had to replace my bottle. Because Chukuru is $60. I believe it, yeah, it was 60 something dollars for that bottle of ink. So I don't know that I would buy another bottle of it, but I do prefer it. Platinum Carbon Black, though, is beautiful. I did not realize that. There, you couldn't see that, sorry. So here's the orange, the khaki, I guess. Curie, khaki, and then the Platinum Carbon Black. So I'll zoom out while I kind of clean everything up. I'll probably end up cutting this out anyway, though, so you guys don't have to sit here with nothing going on. But I'm gonna move all this stuff and kind of clean up my area, and I'm gonna swap my tools because I want to give this pipette a good cleaning before I use it again. And give that a good cleaning, and I'm gonna swap out, like I said, all of my tools. I'm gonna get new water, so I'll be right back. All right, so we will get started on this side. The first one is from her mother, Ferris Wheel Press Wonderland in Coral. When I saw this, I immediately had to order a bottle. So I actually have a bottle of that. I haven't even put it away yet, so. But I love this ink. It is so pretty. And I don't have really anything corally. I really like this one. And this is Ferris Wheel Press. Wonderland in Coral. It is so pretty. So next up I have Van Diemen's Here Kitty Kitty from their feline collection. I just worry that it might be a little bit too light. Wow, that shimmer is very shimmering. Not that I'm complaining about that. But I'm worried that it might be a little too light for like my writing tastes. This is Van Diemen's Here Kitty Kitty. I hope you guys can see. Come in just a little closer so you can see that shimmer. And then I also have Van Diemen's Lilac Breasted Roller Wing. And this I really may get a bottle of. I don't know. I'm going to try it in a pen and see how I like it. Some Van Diemen's inks are like super nice in a pen, and some I've had some issues with. So I'm going to put this in a pen and see what I think. So that one I may wind up with a bottle of. And I think this is like, they have the, what is it? The Lilac Breasted Roller collection. So there were, was it 3 different or 4 different inks that were in this that, Van Diemen's This one feels really wet. So lilac, breasted, roller wing. I'm working through swatching all of my inks at this point because I feel like I'm getting inks that I already have. Not the same actual ink, but getting colors that are very similar. Alright, next up I have Dominant Industries Spring Fields. It's a very green. It's very fluorescent, very highlighter green. Spring Fields. We have a Jacques Herbin Shogun. And I actually like this one so much, I put it in a pen as well. I received a white TWSBI Eco in Broad and had to put this in it, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So this one may be one I end up with a bottle of too. I really need to use up some of my inks though because I have too many. So I'm really trying to not buy anything unless it is super different from anything else I have. And then I want to use up these samples before I purchase bottles, because like I did with the Wonderland and Coral, I immediately bought that. But the thing with that one is Ferris Wheel Press likes to... Oh, I got a lot of ink down on that one. They like to discontinue their inks, and since I didn't have another Coral ink that I really, that I use, I really wanted to get that one before I couldn't get it again. I'm just going to grab my pen that has this inked up and use it instead of my Kakamori. It's a super broad. It's like, oh, I got ink on me. Where did that come from? It is, yeah, it's a, to me, the jump between broad and medium was like huge on this one. And I don't know how it's going to write on this paper. I've not written on this paper with it. So this is Herbin Shogun. Oh, I love that. I love that nib. I think all my egos from now on are going to be broads. Sailfin Green. Looks like it has a blue shimmer. I think I'm putting too much ink down with some of these. So this is Venta Sail Fin Green. I don't know, the shimmer in this one doesn't seem to be incorporating. It's just sitting on top. And I've not had that with my other shimmers. Maybe I just didn't get it shaken up enough. It's just like floating on the top of this. It looks very strange. Nope, still doing it. So this one is Umber. This one doesn't seem to be doing that with the shimmer. So maybe it's just because that one's such a light color and a light shimmer. I think I'm gonna regret the, like, I am putting way too much ink down, and I'm worried they're gonna bleed through. Okay, yeah, it is. I can see it now that it's like separating, so it must just be a Venta thing. But I can see it like swirling and pooling on the top up here. Ooh. That is a lot of shimmer I just dipped into. This is Umber. I know Ventus inks are very shimmery. The one that I have a bottle of is very shimmery. But so this one has, it looks like 2 different colors of shimmer, or it's a shifting shimmer. Looks sort of blue and pink on the Umber. And then the last one I have is Venta the Maiden, and it looks like a coppery gold color shimmer. Alright, so last up we have Venta the Maiden. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like a pink ink with that coppery gold shimmer. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one's really pretty. Venta, what was it? The Maiden? That's so pretty. I still think my liquid sepia is my favorite Venta ink. There's something about that ink I love so much. So that is all of the inks that I got from Diana. Thank you so much for all. I love these inks so much. They're all so pretty. But yeah, so you can see now the Okayama and the Henry Jekyll are very, very similar when fully dried. But also the Sunset Clouds and the Sumomo. Sumomo is definitely darker. Definitely more in the writing, but they are very close. I do still like the Sunset Clouds better. The Kobe ink is still prettier in my opinion, but they're still very similar. So if you can't get the Sunset Clouds and you want it, the Sumomo is a little bit of a darker alternative, but it's still similar. Wow, there is a lot of shimmer going on here in this, the Maiden. So let's give this a few minutes to dry, and then I'll come back in and show you all of them completely dry, and I'll do like a closer up. Okay, I think everything is pretty much dry now, so I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can and just show you all of the inks. So Lamy Blackberry, it has a really pretty sheen, and it's not overly sheeny in the swatch, but in the writing it kind of is. I think it would be okay maybe in a very fine nib, extra fine, or you know, something like that where it's not super sheening. But I feel like in like a broad nib or even a medium that it might kind of overtake it. It's not too bad, but I love the color of it, and I love the sheen on it. I just don't want it to be all sheen. Ferris Wheel Peter Moss, Ferris Wheel Steeped Umber, and then the Kobe inks, Strawberry Chocolate, Sunset Clouds, and Milk Chocolate. Wearingle Hyde, Henry Jekyll, and then Sailor Okayama are very similar. Such pretty colors though. We have the Diamine inks with Ink Dependence, the Don't Trust the Bivalve, and Toe Beans. Oh wait, sorry. It's Trust the Bivalve and Don't Trust the Bivalve with the Diamine. And then Pannonia is Toe Beans, Sailor Curie, Sailor Sumomo, and then Sailor Khaki, and Platinum Carbon Black. And then on the shimmer side, we have Ferris Wheel Press, Wonderland and Coral, Van Diemen's Here Kitty Kitty, Van Diemen's Lilac Breasted Roller Wing. I think you can see that shimmer. It's so pretty. It's silver. I think it, on screen, it almost looks like bluish purple. So I'm not sure how that's coming through, but it is actually silver. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is pink. It's hard to tell with the lights. Dominant Industry Springfields. Urban Shogun. I absolutely adore that ink. It is so pretty. And then we have the Venta inks, Venta Umber, Venta the Maiden, and Venta Sailfin Green. I love all these inks so much. So that is all the inks that I received from Diana. Thank you, Diana, so much if you're watching this, for everything. I love all of my little goodies that you gave me. I really do. I appreciate your friendship so much, and I'm gonna go have some fun with these inks and play because I love them. I'm so excited to use them. I already have several of them inked up though because I couldn't wait, and I needed them for my, oh my gosh, there is only one real green in the whole bunch. Sailfin Green is green and Springfield is green as well, but like very light green and very bright green. But the only green is my Peter Moss. Oh my goodness. What is my life coming to? I don't have all greens on here. So funny. All right. So I think that's going to be it. I will let you guys get back to your lives after this super long video. I have a feeling it's going to be like, I'm going to try to edit out as much as I can so it won't be an hour, but I think it's going to be close to that. So, because we're like at an hour and a half, I think, right now, filming time. So, all right. Well, I will see you guys in the next one. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.